Dregs One with a very special episode of History of Debate going down right here in Lakeview on Broad Street at Dream Team SF with the one and only Paypa Boy, the hood legend.
AKA Dope Boy Pape.
What up, everybody? This is Dregs One. Welcome to a very, very, very special episode of the History of the Bay podcast. Big thanks to the Empire Video Production team for making this happen. My man Trevor Potter behind the lens. And today we are coming to you from a very incredible location. The sickest turf on planet Earth, Lakeview, California. I'm here at Dream Team SF with a very special guest. Now, when you talk about the term hood legend, I actually believe this man's face should be in the dictionary definition of that because he is a hood legend, an entrepreneur, a hustler, an artist, connoisseur of the culture, and somebody that has really been holding this neighborhood, San Francisco, and the whole Bay Area down for a long time. Gotta give you your flowers. The one and only Paypa Boy, the real Paypa Boy.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Whew. It's a blessing to be here, man. Definitely an honor. Been seeing you do your fucking thing, man, from ground up. And I just want to acknowledge that and give you your flowers while you're here, man. I know you've been out the mud with it. That's why I just want to give you this t-shirt that I made, Out the Mud.
Beautiful.
For you, brother.
Thank you, man.
The mud with it.
I'm gonna cherish this because that is indeed real talk. Because me and you have some history together.
That is true.
Just seeing you around for a long time, bro, and seeing actually what you built with Dream Team in particular is incredible. Seeing where it all started. We'll get into the full story, but man, let's just take it to the very beginning, bro. Like, what was it like growing up here in Lakeview for you, bro?
All right. Before we get into that, I told myself this. I made a vow to myself that when I start really catching fire, which I'm on fire right now, I was always going to do what a lot of niggas forget to do, and that's forget this. Shout out to my home team back home, which is here at Lakeview. Shout out to my brother, Teflon Ryan, Killer Squad, RP Killer Keys, big homie, Ballhead Reg, rest in peace, big homie, Selski. Everybody came in front of me and laid down this pavement that I'm walking on now, the IMPs, the Coug Nuts, my partners that I linked up with, my brother Larry June on fire, my little bro 24kGoldn, the homie Chezzy, every nigga from my section that's doing this artistry with me and pushing, this for us, this for y'all, you know. Shout out Dream Team SF and, you know, inner city youth, man. You know, and that's how we gonna start this just like this, man. You asked me how this shit first started. We gonna get real detailed about this.
Please.
I come from a legendary bloodline, the Sheltons. On this same block, the 200 block of Broad Street, a real $1 million intersection. When that dope era first came up in here, early 80s, millions was coming through these four corners. I mean that. I know millionaires that made it out this motherfucker. To this day, still caked up, but y'all never know. My grandparents got a beauty salon 2 doors down for the last 55 years that my grandma, great niece, or her great granddaughter is now taking care of, my little cousin Natalie. And I grew up on this section, man. There used to be a library right next door to my mom and my grandma's beauty salon. That's where I grew up at. And I used to be in that library all the time, taught myself how to play chess, coming outside, going to Ocean View Park, as a youngster, you don't pay attention to what's going around you. But all I can remember is a bunch of niggas that was looking like me back then, just fresh, bust down, in and out of cars from the 90s and 80s. Big bankrolls coming out. Lil Donald, here, go to the store for me. Keep the change. And that drug shit never was talked around me because I'm a young kid. But now I go back and look, that's what was happening. And that's just the root of where Dream Team began. I didn't know I was gonna have this boutique shop here 25 years later on the exact same block I grew up on. I got my Diamondback bike stolen on the same block. Shout out to the big homie Darren that got my shit back, man. My parents, my grandparents helped a lot of cats in this neighborhood when they needed their hair done. My grandma was a doctor, a hairstylist, the maximum level you can get. And she used to finger wave everybody, Jada Bob everybody, Curly Sue everybody. That's where you can go back in some of my history. You see me finger waved up. You see me with my Curly Sues, all that. Now I'm rocking the blonde Demolition Man with the Gumby cut. Yeah, I'm talking about because I'm just living them golden eras. I want to get that real hands-on feel. You dig what I'm saying? You can really say I come from royalty, man. I'm like Lakeview's royalty. Not saying I'm untouchable, but I'm somebody that everybody know, and I'm somebody everybody should want to know because I'm a nigga that's replanting fresh seeds in a destroyed community. You know? So first and foremost, I'm a community activist, big bro by default, father figure by default, big homie by default, you know, a leader by default. I didn't choose none of that. These conditions had magically nominated me. Oh, I see this young man doing good. He fuck with the kids off the back. He don't know nothing about grant writing. He don't know nothing about getting free money from the government. Everything come out of his pocket. Oh, that's big bro. I never tell people what to do, but I will always suggest things I would do if I was in their shoes. So I always told these young niggas, man, this is what I would do. And certain things. I let boys grow up to become men by making their own decisions. Because decision making is critical when you're in a inner city community like this. A lot of influence and negativity had you thrown into a whirlwind that you can't come out. And see, I was a young man that always knew who I was early. I didn't need to follow what was popping. You know, I was considered the weird nigga, but not really weird. I just refused to go against my own kind. Like I'm a great hooper, and I got a track record for that. You know, you can go around the city and ask, how was Paypa balling? He used to ball for real? I let them tell me. You know, very respected and respectful young nigga. Put my work in out here. I come from a product environment where a lot of drug transaction and drug sales was frequent. I am a product of my environment, and I don't glorify none of that. But you know, the influence of negativity is so wide, and when you got 100 niggas pushing you, that's kind of like the thing to do. And a positive route is so thin, it's like tight roping on a piece of floss. Not too many niggas walked on that rope. But me going to the school in the Sunset, Yoloa, where a couple of my homies also went to, you know, integrated with different ethnicities, the Asians. That's why I'm locked in with Chinatown so tough. So shout out to all my Chinatown people. I love y'all. Ben, Raj, Cal, you know, everybody I deal with from that section, you know, we locked in for life. And I'm one of them niggas that's bridging the gaps between the Asians and the blacks because, you know, it's such miscommunication and the wrong approach and the wrong relationship that we have as a whole. But since I done came in the picture and start repainting shit and rebuilding shit, we locking in.
Okay, so not to cut you off.
You can't. I said we got a lot, but go ahead.
No,
you don't gotta apologize. It's good.
I like how you just narrating that whole shit, but I want to touch on that point specifically.
Come on.
When I was a little young, knee high to a grasshopper, 5, 6, 7, 8 years old, this entire neighborhood was black. That's all I saw. That's all I saw. Neighbors, maybe like one white dude here and there, maybe
Right.
Filipino, maybe, but for the most part, it was entirely black. Over time, this
80%.
80%.
Yeah.
Over time, it's got more Asian, and actually, I believe there's actually a lot of Asian property ownership in this neighborhood, whereas earlier it was more of black-owned homes, businesses, that sort of thing. And I have found, I don't share this, but I found some people in this neighborhood have resentment towards the changes that have happened.
Yeah.
But you, instead of being resentful, have decided to embrace. Because I look at I'm gonna just say, I look at Lakeview as Asian and black, black and Asian. That's just the neighborhood. That's what I see.
I agree with that 100%. You know, it's been a time when you can catch 15, 20 of us outside playing tag, riding our bikes. You know, we probably had one or two Spanish friends. Very rare we had an Asian friend out here. Matter of fact, I'm gonna keep it a buck. The only Asian friend I got, which is my brother, his name is Soche, but he Cambodian. That was he stayed on 16th Thrift, and but we really ain't had no true Chinese friend. All my true Chinese friends was in the Sunset. Daniel Kim, he's Korean, but you know them all my Sunset friends, man. And what happened, because I ask these questions all the time because I'm just a nigga that needs to know the history of my section. It was like this. The grandparents came through and bought all the houses, right? 20,000, 15,000, some 40,000. Then the grandparents had children. Them children was first generation crack epidemic prospects, meaning either they were smoking dope or selling the dope. Either you sold dope and then didn't really go to jail until after 5 years later because there really was no law on selling dope yet. So you know how the white man do, you know, create a game and then create more rules around it to, you know, jam the black man up. And then you got the crack, well, I don't call them that, the smokers that was smoking all the dope. So you got the brother that's in jail, the parents died, then you got the sister that might be smoking dope. Parents left the house to them. They end up selling the house to the Asian or Spanish, most likely Asian, come in with a big bag. Here go 400,000, 500,000, 550, right? Oh, I take that. Give me that. Boom. Run out, go buy a Benz, buy a house in Antioch, Pinole, somewhere far. Lose it all and come back to nothing. So they lock themselves out. Now every house in this neighborhood, don't talk about buying a house unless you got a credit score at 850 and 1.2 to start bidding. Not to buy, to start bidding, because it's a bidding war. I'm asking for 1.5 for this house, I'm gonna receive 1.9, because somebody's gonna give me that extra. And it's gonna be Asian 92% of that time. Cash. Here you go. I mean, and that's how it is. You know, it's the word I'm looking for, the gentrification, excuse me.
Gentrification.
Gentrification.
I kind of like gentrification though too, because that also kind of applies.
That's it.
Do you remember seeing all them signs on the poles? We buy homes.
100%.
About around 2004, 5, 6, 7, perhaps.
They were stapled up on the wooden poles.
Yeah, we buy homes. Yeah. Every block, we buy homes.
Yeah.
And people took that money not knowing that in just a few years, the property rates would rise, the value, all that. And also, like you said, this was a neighborhood that had been flipped upside down. So it was also like, let's get up out of here, go somewhere safer.
Before my grandma passed away, I asked her how was it like? It was a thriving black community across the street, black-owned powerlifting gym, barbershop here, fish bait, corner store. They had the club on Randolph. The big Victoria Market was black-owned on Randolph. Pretty much every business out here was black-owned.
I heard the original Norman was black, man.
1,000%.
of Norman's Liquor, if you know.
For sure. That's
you
on the
know.
700 block of Randolph.
Yes.
Right there on the turn. Yeah, man. Everything. And then it just, their kids kind of just fumbled, not knowing. The dope boys that became millionaires from here, some had the knowledge to put some bread away, bury it, or had a sense of we buying property. But see, this also comes from not having those other friends, the Spanish, the Asians, really locked in like this. Because if the black dope boys had real Asian friends and was getting money together, bruh, give me 20,000 over here, give me 10 from you, and 30, we're gonna buy half this block. Trust me. And as a true friend, you're gonna trust him. What's this 20,000 to your 250 you made last month? Nothing? Come on. 25 years later, that 20 turned to an M.
That's real game right there.
That's why I always preach you gotta build with others.
Yeah.
You gotta build with others, man.
Hey, Paypa, you in there?
I am. I'm in the middle of a interview by late, though, real.
What's up, Real?
Who's that?
What's up, man?
What y'all talking about in here?
A little bit of
On the
everything.
interview, nigga. I'm a still real, nigga. Cross country pimping. Yeah, nigga. You know the nigga that do the most from coast to coast. Real does the most. You know what I'm saying? San Francisco find it.
Yes, sir.
What's up, Dregs
What's up,
One?
player?
How you doing, baby?
What's up,
You know what I'm talking about, though? It's all action like Jackson with 100% satisfaction. You know I just had to step through and say a few words. You know what I'm saying? Got them hoes on the curb. You know what I'm saying? Get on these niggas' nerves. You know what I'm talking about? So I'm really gonna scream it like I mean it until everybody know they're gonna believe it, though, man. Gonna give them a double dose of the pimp from the West Coast. That does the motherfucking most. Hit me when you finish, big brother.
All right, big bro. That's
like
how
I
it's so
said,
real.
the illest turf in the world, the illest turf on planet Earth, the illest turf in California. Grown up Gotti.
Come on, Tron Gotti, man.
We wanna be live.
Big body Gotti. Yeah, this big bro Gotti right here, man. And this the auto-tune specialist right here. Don't close that. Yeah. This, yeah. It get live over here where we from.
All right, so getting back to the script, you talked a little bit earlier about like the younger influence that you had, and then you talked about like decision-making process and other things that you get caught up in. Bro, one of your earliest, to me, famous moments is when you were on the Thizz Nation DVD,
Block Report.
The Block Report.
Correct.
Bro, that was hard. But you were in a much different place when that DVD was filmed.
Yeah,
correct?
you're absolutely correct. So that had to been summertime 2006, 2007, when a hyphy movement really took off. Boom. Cause I graduated, boom, got shot in my face at 18. So that's 18, 19. So that's around, yeah, that same time.
And you said that was I remember on the DVD it was Halloween.
That was
It was
Halloween.
Halloween at the Castro?
Halloween night. I was coming from Castro, so I just picked my car up from across the street, literally, and drove to my spot in the hills. And that's when the little incident happened.
You know, to this day, I do not like Halloween because it was a lot of incidents.
Yeah,
like
it's
that.
always real spooky on that day.
A lot of people running around with scream masks that
Yeah.
might not be trick-or-treating.
I can agree 100%. But I had a cousin that was 1/3 of the Finney Boys, my cousin Kata, and he was under the Thizz umbrella. Johnny Cash and all them, right? And he had asked me to pull up to shoot some shit in the hood. And I was like, yeah, it's good. So I rolled up, and that's why I just, kind of explained what happened to me. And Thizz was really on fire at that time, and that was like my real viral moment sensation. And before we had social media and all this other shit, this real DVD era, this is where you got to see all the action at. And until I had reposted that shit probably like 9 months ago, and that shit probably got 100,000 views, almost 1,000 comments, because they was like, we didn't know that was you. Well, yeah, that's almost 10 years ago. But still got my missing teeth to remind me of how blessed I am. And yeah, I'm still that same nigga, man.
Yeah, but you made some different changes since then, right?
Yeah, 100%. But it wasn't. I mean, until this day, I don't really know what the whole issue was, man. But that's gone. I ain't here no more. I'm on a whole different wave right now, of like real brand building, dream chasing, and everything. But that day I got shot, I woke up the next morning after I drove myself to the hospital. They had to perform emergency surgery on me. Sliced my gums open. I actually had spit the bullet up at the front door because my whole face was numb, getting shot in my shit. And I had 16 gold teeth with 162 diamonds. And when I had got shot, all my teeth got shattered, but it felt like somebody had just stuffed a handful of sand in my mouth. But I'm thinking my grill exploded and all the diamonds in my mouth. So I'm just like, damn. So when I did this, that 38 slug was right there. And when I woke up the next morning, I seen the muni still going. Mom's going to work, seen the mailman going to work. And I said, damn, the world don't stop because I got shot or if I got killed, niggas still just gonna continue with their life. And that's when I said, fuck that. If I'm gonna die, I'm about to die doing something I love. And that's when I took this dream chase of this music shit. And here we are now.
That's what's up. That's what's up. That's a beautiful turn. And I want to use that opportunity to talk about another very influential figure, and that would be Michael Brown.
Oh, man.
Of Inner City Youth.
Yes, sir.
Please talk about Mike Brown and what Inner City Youth meant.
Make sure when y'all edit this, put the effect of everybody clapping.
We can get a round of applause. Give it up for Brown, man.
Yeah, man.
It just hit me.
So those who don't know who Mr. Brown is, man, Mr. Brown was a big, heavy pillar in this neighborhood that cared so much about the community, just like me. And he poured so much money, time, poured so much of his investment in for the young black youth, man. And he used to get the money from the government and grant and pay the kids to come real paper routes, come get educated and get cashed out for that. Come clean the neighborhood up and get cashed out for that. Take these children on camping trips. He was a father figure to a lot of the youth in the neighborhood, knowing he had 4 kids of his own. Shout out to G Money and Black Wall Street. I love y'all. Little bruh James, rest in peace, Otto. I love all y'all, man. But he just such a nigga that stood on the front line to help the young black youth get empowered and get something going for them, because all the money was going out to the Excelsiors, the North Beaches, and it was just a pot of money just sitting at City Hall, wherever the bread just be at, just collecting dust. We need some of that over here. And Mr. Brown himself laid a lot of foundation, and I've been underneath his wing and in his camp for a long time, and that's why a lot of this rubbed off on me, of me continuing to carry the torch and help these young black kids. You know, not last year, but the year before that was my first time ever getting a big ass charter bus and taking the whole neighborhood to Six Flags. You know, they've been doing shit like that, but see, I'm doing it raw with my own bread, not asking the government for no cheese. So, but I've been doing things, man, backpack giveaways, just like him, feed the neighborhood, just like him, giving them a safe haven, just like them. Because, you know, early 2000, you know, it was, these streets was on destruction mode, man, with the black youth, man, black males, just black inner city, black life was at risk. Niggas killing niggas like it was a game. And then after that generation spent about 15 years going head to head, clashing with each other, the new generation came and they tried to pick that up. And it's dying down a lot, but I done seen a lot of my young niggas get picked off the decisions that they made. And like I said, I ain't gonna make no boy or no man do something they don't wanna do. I ain't gonna tell them what to do. I'm gonna give them a suggestion. Some took my word and ran with it and still here to this day. Others have fallen and now they're a t-shirt or a tattoo now. God rest all their souls. And this is what it is, man.
It's
long live
life.
Mr. Brown.
Yeah.
Mike Brown, real legend.
That was pretty much the only game in town in terms of services for the young people, damn near.
As far as I know,
As far as this
on this side.
Yeah, in this section. Yeah, because
correct.
I didn't trip off what you said. Like, yeah, Excelsior got youth centers and youth programs. Sunset got youth centers.
Could have been Sunnydale because they actually got the Boys and Girls Club. And I'm pretty
right there in
I'm pretty sure that the neighborhood men and women work at the center, so they gotta get that bread from somewhere.
Right. So he had told me that he started his program in the little mini park on Randolph.
Yeah, that's how it began.
Yeah.
And then when I came, it was on Randolph and Victoria, which is now the corner store, which is now gone now to like it's housing now. But then they also have like some kind of like substation at James Denman. Because I remember Baby Joe and a bunch of the Aptus kids used to come over. They used to be like wrestling with us on these mats from Balboa. And they used to come there with Mr. Deeds and Miss Austin and stuff. Rest in peace, Miss Austin. She was a master teacher, knew everything. Master teacher that had all the game, everything, every history, every math equation master. And that's who raised Mr. Brown, his auntie or his great auntie. And then after Inner City Youth moved from Randolph, they came here to the old library right here because the new library got built on Randolph. So it goes Randolph, and that's not Arch, that's before Arch.
It's not Victoria either. It's
right after Victoria is Ramsdale.
Yeah.
Big brand new double floor library. And they had them getting this. And that's when the music came. For the youth, Mr. Brown had got a big bag or a big grant from, well, not big, but he got some money to build a studio for the youth. And that's where a lot of younger 2000 and on music came from. Then after that, the youth center moved across the street to 96 Broad Street to a triple decker. And they had a boys group that used to run Boys Empowered Together. Then it was a youth center, and it was a girls group. Then it just became everybody's older now. Ain't no more youth out here. Ain't no more black families out here. So we're just gonna be on straight jobs and shit. Then after that, it moved down the block to 200 Capitol. And now that's Inner City Youth Job Employment Center. So you go down to 200 Broad Street, get your guard card, get your license back. They got all type of programs for y'all. So shout out to Inner City Youth. Been in here for over 30 years, still putting in work for the community, man. I love all y'all. Again, Mr. Brown, I got us.
That's the real history that y'all need to know. And this is the only place you're ever going to hear it, people. This is the only platform for these stories, man. History of the Bay. So Mr. Brown was very generous with his time, resources. Did he help you start Dream Team?
No. So after I got shot, I'm still working across the street. No, excuse me. After I got shot, I started rapping heavy. Spending a lot of time developing my pen game, rapping to myself in the mirror. This is 19, 20, 21. And what really kicked this spot off that we're in right now, I'm working at DPW, street cleaning. And I'm also working across the street at the youth center from like 3 to like 9. But really, it's like 3 to 12 at night because I was in charge of taking all the kids to their house because it was too dangerous for them to jump on a bus, and I was going around the whole city. So by the time I got home, it'd be like 1 o'clock in the morning, and I would fall to my knees, play my beats, continue to rap my music, drop my first mixtape, drop my first music video. Shout out to Nixon. The very first music video I ever put on YouTube is called Survive Death, and it was off of one take, a 3.2 megapixel Canon camera, and all I had was my radio. I had an extension cord out the house and a street light, and there was a one take. That's it. And I had presented that shit to the children at the youth center, and boom, once that happened, I was just like all gas with this music shit, and I had to sacrifice. I said I ended up quitting both jobs to pursue my rap dream of becoming a successful music artist. And so I had got this spot. I told my grandma, being here for 50 plus years, call the landlord. I want this spot because this shit was vacant for about 10 years. I used
Right.
to be hustling in front of this gate. Police went by and shit like that, not knowing I was gonna have keys to this motherfucker years later. And got it. I signed a 6-month lease. Shout out to Spiro, man. Strategos, man. Real man right there. Signed a 6-month lease. Took all my dope money I had left over, man. Invested everything into this shop. Me and my brother associate just start painting walls, building shelves. I'm like Noah's Ark. No experience with hammers and nails. Just nailing shit, painting shit. This is actually red wood right here. This is patio wood. If this whole thing come crashing down, this ain't gonna shift at all. This is the strongest wood you can get. Not knowing this real shelf wood you buy, but this a do.
Phase 2 from the New York trip.
Yeah. So doing all this, man, we open up March 24th, 2014, March Madness, and boom, the whole neighborhood came here and supported. We made like 10 grand the first day this door opened. Everybody supported us. We ran out of everything probably the first week. I don't know nothing about clothes, embroidery, silkscreen, DTG, cut and sew. I don't know, none of that. This was only supposed to be here for 6 months to support my first mixtape en route. Just dropped my second one, Stack for the Future, and boom. I just wanted a place for people to come, buy a t-shirt to support me, and take this mixtape and hopefully this shit'll blow. It didn't work like that. You know, I came in backwards, had the chain, the jewelry, the cars, the street fame, a little bit of paper. And you know, you get the rap check first, then you do all that. But I had that. That's why this rap game is like the last infinity stone to put on my gauntlet ring. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, no doubt. But you know, maybe you didn't get exactly where you wanted to go with the music. But what you're talking about was like, I want to put this on record too, because that was historic, bro. Like Dream Team. It did seem like overnight. Everybody was rocking the little Super Mario star and the Dream Team letters. And I think what she was talking about earlier is kind of full circle of where, like, you are maybe one of the only people, if not the only, to really invest so heavily in this neighborhood, and not just the neighborhood, but the young people that's still left. Because what happened as a result of that is you had a whole generation of kids who grew up here looking up to you.
I swear to God. And if it was 30 of them, 16 dead. 14 got families. Maybe out that 14, maybe 2 in jail. You know, and it's sad, but it's kind of like that's what every group of in every section. Unless it's just one nigga to be like, come on, we out here, like, we not on this. But that's very rare too.
Right.
This wasn't overnight. This was real in the mud, neck deep, scrambling, trying to get it out, every penny. It's been times where the money slowed up. You know, it's been times I wanted to give up. I know what I was doing with this. But I just know this was a powerhouse. I see me being the hands that built this. I can't see what you see. I can't see what they see. I'm just seeing what I want to see. This shit was an inspiration. So what I mean, this is a big, the new PG&E. This is a powerhouse for the people like me. This millionaires came out this front door. Diamond artists came from this same environment. I done brought Grammy nominee winners. I done brought New York legendary rappers through here. I done brought your every female childhood crush from 1996 up until now in here. Shout out to my little cousin Bow Wow. You know what I'm saying? Like, but without Dream Team and my story that forced my hand to do this, none of that shit would be possible.
I also remember you took it pretty quickly from like just slanging t-shirts and whatnot to like actually going into fashion, traveling to Asia, right? Vegas, right?
Yep. Shout out to Mr. Fab. Saw him out there.
What was the journey like really getting it? Because now you're like kind of known in this space.
Yeah.
What was the journey of really getting into the fashion lane?
So when we cracked open our doors, me and my brother, I'm like, bro, what we gonna do now? And he don't know. He just second in command. He just watching me lead. He just watching my back. So I'm like, man, I'm hitting the drawing board like, what the fuck? So now I'm doing homework now on all the fashion. I'm like, look, bro, I'm about to take this bread and go to China with our partner that's building his brand. And shout out to Leo and Mint at Weaponar, man. That's really my man's, bro. So he been building car parts for hella years, and he was in this fashion thing at the same time as me, building Mint. I got their belts on. Everybody know the belts. You know, they legendary for the belts. And I jumped on a flight with him to China, went to all the factories, spent my last 20 ball.
You went to the factory
for sure.
in China?
I was on my Frank Lucas shit.
Whoa.
Like I need to see the
needed
connect
to
and
meet
shake
the
his
plug.
hand.
Wow.
1000%. Because we all get that. We get that. It's not a theory. We all get that. You know what's the word I'm looking for when they say, it's the myth. Bro, you get that in China for pennies. In China, pants cost $2. Yeah, when you're making 2,000 of them, 20,000 of them, the only thing that cost me some pennies is the buttons or the zipper on a $5 bag I'm making.
Did you have a Chinese speaker with you?
My man Leo, he was
Wow.
Asian.
So all that what we talked about earlier of you having that
That's
connection.
what I'm saying. But Leo, he got like 10, 15 years on me. But we locked in because I'm big in the car scene. He come from car parts. He been around for 20 plus years. And then he rolled into the fashion shit. And that's what we linked up. He got a young nigga that's moving. So we go hand in hand. And that's how we doing it.
So you and Leo is in China actually making deals with the factories.
1000%.
That's fire, bro.
I'm there seeing all the old women. Hi.
That's fire.
My first trip out there, I had got these backpacks made. That's my second time. First time I had got these ostrich hats and these wallets and these zipper wallets, and I didn't really like them. And I was like, that's when I understood when you're talking to the Asians, you gotta have, talking to people in China, what you say you want is what you're gonna get. So you gotta be very specific with them.
So you're looking for price and quality.
Yeah.
That nice, perfect intersection.
You always gonna get a good price. But it only gonna work when you come in with 10 or 20. You gotta make it make sense. Right. You can't go out there with $2,000 and think you finna get 100 bricks. Right, it don't work like that, bro. Like, that's common sense. Like, you really gotta go out there and bring home the container. Like, I'm coming out there with 20, 30, 50. Like, I need 1,000 tees, 1,000 jackets, 1,000 jeans. I need all this, bro, because that 20 ball gonna bring you down to a quarter M.
Wow. So I knew you was going out there. I didn't know how deep you were getting into the fashion world.
Yeah, but I just kept diving into this shit. My heart ain't in this clothing shit. The game forced me. Remember, I'm here off the rap dream. But since my first day that the shop opened did so well and we doing numbers, I reinvested.
I think in a way you're ahead of your time because right now it's less about having the hottest song and more about having a bright personality that you can showcase and becomes part of your brand. People are more invested in the person nowadays, I would say, than the music itself. So I think all the stuff you're doing is like kind of taking you to where you are now. To now you have this personality. You know, you could pretty much sell anything, whether it's clothes, music, whatever.
Yeah, and you know, when I was training my first artist, 24kGoldn, shout out to my little bro. Got new music on the way. Make sure to check out his last album. It's doing great, man. Make sure to follow bro on all platforms. That's 24kGoldn. Real bright kid. the truth. When I was training him and I was saying this music shit is it's almost like 5 pieces to an artist. Your music is just like 20%. Fashion gotta play another 20. Can you cook? What you driving? You an athlete? You play ball, play tennis? Like, what else can you do? This ain't the 90s no more where we just got the Source magazine and that's the only time we see our favorite artists is BET, the Source Awards, or in them rap magazines. We watching niggas daily and you gotta be doing something. Ain't no more than one pony tricks no more. Y'all play it out. I'm tired of seeing nigga two-step or I'm tired of seeing niggas backflip. What else can you do? And you know, just like every artist in this game, it's always 100 new artists coming out every day. And if you don't really know your demographic and got your core fan base like Kanye, you gotta do the most until you really got that core audience like my brother Larry June. He could drop an album every single day for the next month and he gonna run it up because them his fans that grew with him. He know his target audience. And yeah, personality is key. You know, and I told that young man, you always gotta be for the people, bro, because that's who's paying us too, man. It ain't, you could tell niggas no, or for real, but you know how I'm, cutting you up, bro. And he a good social butterfly. He take them keys from me, and that's where he at now.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up because I damn near almost forgot. There's so much to discuss. But
I know, bro, it's a lot.
When we talk about that young generation of kids around here that was looking up to Paypa Boy and Dream Team, 24kGoldn was one of them, huh?
Not 24K, just 24K.
Excuse me, 24K.
It's okay, but we know.
Okay.
We know.
Yeah, let's get it right. So he was around because I remember first hearing about him because Lil Dolph, rest in peace,
Dolph,
was always advocating for him.
Mm-hmm.
And then I would see him around here and there. And then I started seeing the videos take off. I'm like, oh, that's that little light-skinned boy. And then it turned out that you were helping him develop his career.
Correct.
How did that happen?
The origin story with him and I is he came through on his 13th birthday. Him and his mother. Wonderful, beautiful lady, man. Came in here and he was a little youngster with braces, little baby fro, a little nigga. And he had him buying like some South Beach LeBrons for his birthday from me for like $400. This one, the South Beach LeBron was like a king sneaker, the LeBron 8s, man. And he just fell in love with the environment, man. He didn't know it was one of them boutique shops right here in his backyard. And from that birthday, he then came in another day. Then he brought some friends in. And they brought some more friends in. And then it's from me, knowing everybody first name, last name, and giving them all the game. They really got a big homie now that got everything. I'm driving GTRs, I got Air Mags, I got counting 10 bands. I'm having niggas count the money for me. These young niggas doing big dog shit, seeing how to operate a store. I'm letting niggas run a store. And that instill, that unlocks certain things in young men. And they used to watch me rap in my studio. I'm dropping music. And we start going to the sneaker events. Can I come? Yeah, come on. All y'all come. Y'all come fuck with the hottest niggas in the city. We got the shit on lock. I'm having all the sneakers. I got all the Yeezys. Got everything. They really on a power squad. Like, we controlling the game. We getting so much love. We ain't pushing off no hate. We knowing everybody. We introducing everybody. He's selling his watches. He doing his thing. And one day he came to me. It was me and him one-on-one. He said, big bro, I want you to teach me to rap like you. I said, the day has come, young grasshopper. Come with me. Go upstairs, teach them how to write these bars, write his first verse, go in there and spit it. It's on SoundCloud somewhere called Broke Boy. Then after that, I gave him my second mixtape, Go home and study this, little bro. The nigga came back like 2 weeks later. I got about 20 records in my computer next door. That little nigga came back with hooks, came back with verses after verse. I said, yeah, little bro, this what we gonna do. Fuck what I got going and fuck my dreams. Threw them back on my back and put bruh in front. I said, either way, one of us gonna make it. But I'm about to get you all the game that I've been developing for the next 10 years of training camp. And I've been with that little nigga ever since that, bro. Nigga been taking him to shows. We've been performing. Artist development early. I'm paying for his videos. We jumping on flights to Los Angeles. It's little money, but I don't mind investing into little bro. I never asked for nothing. I never wanted nothing for little bro, but just to succeed, here go the game plan. And it was understandable. And nigga just took off, man. And kaboom. I just, bruh, signed the deal with Sony/Columbia, doing this thing. He hit me like we going on tour with Landon Cube. That was the first tour we went to. Shout out to Landon Cube. Second tour, we went on YBN Corday. Shout out to Day Camp. Third tour, he was headlining. I wanted that for me so bad. But I didn't mind setting my ego aside and not even swallowing my pride. I just knew as a big homie, this is what I'm supposed to do. Let Lil Bro go ahead and tear this shit down, because you're going to come right behind him. And that's what's happening now. My Lil Bro tearing shit down. You know, he in China. Shout out to my Asian partners that called me 3 years in advance talking about, bruh, we want to work with bruh. Let us grow his fan base in China. Lil bruh, meet me down here. Let's talk these numbers. Year after that, Lil bruh in China doing shows. Paypa, we on tour in China, come on, here I come. But all the connections when I'm a young pup up until now. Now, bruh, 7, 8, 10 times platinum in Asia.
Right.
Big.
That's fire, bruh. I mean, what you said is like a lot of times what happens, what goes wrong is people don't set their egos aside. And they want to let their dreams get in the way of the next person's dreams. And had you done that, it wouldn't have benefited you. It definitely wouldn't have benefited him.
Without no me, this kid career don't exist. He know that, I know that, everybody know that. And I ain't taking nothing from bro. That's little bro. I applaud him, take my hat off, love that kid to death. It's because of him why I'm making songs now. See, there's a difference between songs and music. I come up from the Dedication 1 and 2 era. Lil Wayne is just all bars, fuck a hook. So when I'm training bruh, he coming in with songs, making songs, hooks. And that's when I started. I said, I ain't mixtape rapping no more, bro. I got about 100 songs, damn 82 no hooks. That mean my 18 is songs actually. Because of this kid and his performance and his skill set that we developed together, he influenced me to make songs now. So everything is hook, bar, hook. I'm an owner now. I own this music now. I learned a lot from him. I don't got nothing bad to say about this kid, man. Just keep doing your thing, man. And Big Bro is going to be here for you. And that's on anybody, man. I mean, you got to really develop a real love for this game, man. Because of him, he had me at front row. VMA Awards. I'm right here. He right here. Swiss Beats right here. Alicia Keys and armrest. Justin Bieber walking by, what's up with you? Travis Scott walking by, what's up with you? Busta Rhymes' son come up, what's up with you? Golden, what's up? My man Jack Harlow. Shout out to my man Jack Harlow. Every time we in Atlanta, we linking up with bro. Generation Now. Met DJ Drama, Don Cannon. I'm doing some shit for Don Cannon right now. It's just incredible. My ego got set aside, made doors open.
That's fire. That's fire. I think that's also like a good point to like. Oh, you got something else to
Cause
add?
I seen
Go
the
ahead.
bigger picture.
There you go.
I seen the bigger picture.
There you go.
This Dream Team shit is worldwide. Been around the world already, but now we worldwide. We global.
Well, I think that's a good point to transition into your new project, bro. Because we got some, you got some musical dreams that you still want to fulfill.
For sure.
The new album, Lifestyle of a Dope Boy. I've been
100%.
seeing you push it. You got some pretty ill features on there. Who you got on that project?
Okay. So check this out. I gotta give a standing ovation for this young man, Seaside Stretch.
You called him a young man.
Oh yeah, youngster.
Okay, I'll join.
And the reason why is because the origin story with me and Seaside Stretch is this. When my cousin Kata called me early 2000 to come do the thing right here, Stretch was a nigga filming it.
Wow.
Stretch didn't know me, I didn't know Stretch.
Wow.
When bro came into my life, I'm like, bruh, I can only get you to level 9. I ain't been to level 10 yet. So I made a phone call. Shout out to Big Rich. Brad did a local talent show, smashed it. Big Rich, like, I ain't been to level 10 neither. Nigga, so he made a call and got us in with Seaside Stretch. I say, little bruh, we gotta go fuck with Seaside Stretch. Fuck, tell mom I'm taking you to LA. We out. Nigga, I said, Mom, I'm taking your son with me. We gonna try to get us some management and get some of this music money. He said, okay, Donald, just take care of my baby. That woman gave me her son with all trust. And we met at this Mediterranean spot on Melrose. I got this picture to this day. I'm finger waved up. 24K bust down. Little bro got about 5-6 braids in. Seaside Stretch right there on the phone. Paying us no mind. These are tactics. We got all the patience. We got all the patience in the world, bruh. We chilling. We waiting for his undivided attention. Bruh was 42 faking us the whole time. Wasn't even on the phone. He was just testing us.
Damn.
I'm tapping bruh leg like, just, what's up, Seaside Stretch, bruh? I go by Paypa, small artist, Golden. You ever heard of bruh? Yeah, I heard his music, Rhinestone Cowboys, when I first clicked up with bro. Bruh got some talent. I said, yeah. I was brought to you by Big Rich, because him and his lovely wife, Danielle, was right there at the end of the table, and we talking. And just real quick spinoff. Stretch is the power behind Thizz Nation. He was the nigga printing up all the Thizz CDs. He had the boutique shop in Seaside. He was also management for Mac Dre, also management for Mr. Fab. Managed SOB, RBE, and his real claim to fame, and this public record. But Krayshawn, a white girl,
Right.
He got that girl that $1 million deal. So that's his real like claim to fame. Once he got that for that young lady, built this empire in this music game. So can't nobody tell that nigga nothing. Plus he a street nigga just like me. You can't fool niggas. He ain't no gang goofy nigga. Got his own shit called Active Management. So make sure you follow Seaside Stretch too, man. But that's the origin story between me and him. So we back at the spot. Yeah. You heard it, bruh? Yeah. Well, check this out. I ain't gonna leave this motherfucking restaurant until you say, yeah, I manage, bruh. I'm not leaving until I take a yeah, I got you as an answer. He laughed, chuckled, and said, yeah, all right, I'll do it. And from there, we've been writing history every time we link up. Been in Japan together. Been in China together. Canada. I'm touching continents and countries. I'm passport stamped up because I set that ego aside and let bruh go because I see that clearer picture. See, I believe in me so much. I know I'm gonna make it. I just don't got the schedule. I don't know what time the bus pulling up. But I'm outside waiting on that nigga. But in the meantime, I'm going to work. So when he pull up, I got everything I need to jump on. We out.
Well, I want to give you that alley-oop also to talk about the new project.
Yeah. But I had
That was a good.
The
I'm glad
reason
we
why I
got to
brought
get
him
that
up
on record too,
is
though.
because he told me when I put this album out, it got to be big.
There we go.
And that's why I'm giving this big ups because I asked him,
Yeah.
I'm gonna just put the album out, bro. And woo. He said, you can't do that. You got to make it big. Like it's your debut album. And I'm like, damn, it's supposed to be released damn near 2 years ago. And I'm like, you know what? Yeah. All right. So I didn't even go pursue that. So I linked up with my little bro, obviously. He the first feature. That's the first voice you hear on my album. Because that's what real niggas do. Put your niggas on. Everything. If he musically inclined. Then I got my brother Larry June. He on Dope Boy Trophies. That shit going crazy. I'm paused because I'm still in shock. Because I got... He called himself top 5 dead or alive, but it's top 3 for Dope Boy P. And I got Jadakiss on my first album. That's the closest thing to Jay-Z a nigga like me can get. Besides missing Jay-Z when we went to the Rock Nation office when we was in New York City. Shout out to my man Gil and shout out to Upscale Vandals that put me on. To the homie Gil that got me a bunch of Rock Nation gear. I just missed Ho by 5 minutes. But the project is just, again, lifestyle of a dope boy. I make music for dope boys, niggas that's getting money, trapping niggas. I'm dropping gems left and right. It's all in-house. They're my only 3 features, man. I didn't want this album to be about them. It's about me.
For sure.
That's why this hand-picked features, man.
For sure.
I could have a lot on here, but I wanted to keep this shit story. You know, niggas' albums just be having music on it. There's no true storyline between it. This is all just straight Dope Boy Dreams, our painters on the coupe, Dope Boy Trophies, Leader Gang, Brick Money, Euro for the Summer, Turbo Porsche music, Golden Era, BBS's, Coogee Sweater. It's all shit like that, man. That it's the book you reading. This ain't just everywhere. This is a real substance project that's on topic of what it is.
And you and Larry go back a ways too, because he's like shouted you out in songs. He's had you in videos. Y'all done other songs together too.
Yeah, me and Larry, we got a nice handful of music in out there, and a lot of handful of music in the vault too. I've been knowing Larry for about maybe 7 years now, and he first started coming around me because he told me, he said his pops told him, it's a nigga in Lakeview with finger waves. You need to go fuck with that nigga. And I'm like...
The finger waves opened up some doors
I
for
said,
you.
well, how the fuck your pops know who I am? That's what he told me. And I'm just like, like I said, I come from a legendary bloodline. My daddy and my Uncle Shiny was big time dope boys in Double Rock, Kingfish. That name hold weight, you know, everywhere in San Francisco, mainly in the Point though. But after Brett came, it was never on no music shit. It's just like on some come fuck with a nigga. And Brett pulled up, started vibing, and that's when Brett had dropped his trap shit, Trap Larry. Rest in peace to Girls of Trey, man. He just kept coming over here shooting videos, shooting footage, including me and shit. Called me to come fuck with him, bust down some Benihanas, and Brad just exploded, bruh. And Brad definitely got me, you know, and influenced and inspired me, and I inspired him. And as two niggas of the same special cloth that we both cut from, it's rare that we could groove like this, man, with no friction, man. I'm happy for Larry June. I'm glad he's doing this thing. That's really my brother, man. You know, a lot of niggas be talking bad about bro if he not doing this and he not doing that. But niggas gotta realize, bruh, he doing what he's supposed to be doing, man. And that's holding him and his camp down, bruh. As a man, you gotta know how to hold your own set of nuts.
Oh man, I don't really tolerate the he's not doing this, he's not doing that kind of conversation because that's not conducive to success. That's also a symptom of when you get successful, people are always gonna start wondering why you ain't do. You've had conversations like that spoken about you.
For sure.
I've had conversations like that spoken about
sure.
me. So we shutting all that down. We supporting anybody out of San Francisco, especially that's doing a thing, whether it's Larry June, 24kGoldn, Paypa Boy. You know what I mean?
Yourself.
Myself. That's how we gonna roll, man.
Yeah, man.
You know, my boy Mizza in the house, you know what I mean?
see him?
CCLBs.
Come on, man.
You know, I rock with all that, bro.
You know, success don't come to niggas, you know, it just don't fall on. You gotta run down on that nigga and bare face, no mask, Mac to his head and blow him down and get that success. You know, it don't come to everybody, man.
No doubt.
It comes to those who grind day and night and put in overtime, man.
No doubt.
And everybody won't capture him and won't visit you. You might hear about it and catch a whiff, but it's something hard to hold on and catch to, man.
Well, you dropped a lot of game in this podcast. I hope people go out and check out Lifestyle of a Dope Boy. Come by the shop, Dream Team SF.
Right.
Before we get out of here, though, I gotta ask you one thing.
Come on.
You went viral for eating cereal
Out of sneakers.
Out of sneakers?
100%.
What happened, bro?
Now you wanna know why?
I do.
I'm gonna tell you why. Because not to mention I got the hottest street brand in the streets right now, the Paypa Boy collection. You see the bag, D Block, shout out to Jada Kiss. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. I love hard. You know, and I love the shoe game so much. It's done so much for me. It made me so much money. It's brought so much attention, so much power to my section, opened up a lot of eyes and doors. Fucking with this shoe shit, I got my first big check off this. I had got some big money from a company in China called Sup Bro, my own shoe cleaner. Flew me and my gang out there. Flew me and my graphic artist, and flew Leo out there, staying in a presidential suite for a whole month. I had about 10, 15 different pop-ups, getting hugs from everybody. Almost like I was the biggest star that just signed the deal with Michael Jackson. I got big posters out there. I'm killing them. It became a time when Kanye had dropped these Yeezys, these 350s, these 300s. 350s, I mean. And everybody was going crazy. It hurt my heart to see how niggas was acting for these weak-ass moccasins that once was, these are the most comfortable shoes in the world. I need those. To me, really understanding what hype is and what niggas is just following look like firsthand. And I'm just like, all right. So, you know, for some reason, niggas really wasn't happy about Dream Team opening up, because you got this street nigga that come out of nowhere, and how we getting all these shoes all of a sudden. Them things gotta be fake. Who is this nigga? And the shoe game, now it is, but back then, that was an internet game. You didn't see too much black niggas in this shoe game. You may have seen a couple.
That was like the hype beast era.
Yeah, but no street niggas. I'm talking about dope dealing, gun toting, box chev, 415s in the back. Street nigga, dice shooting niggas with quick strike sneakers and hyper strikes and looksies and PEs and shit. That shit was unheard of. Then when this internet shit came, nigga, we came, nigga, hello, hi, we here. And it's kind of like a wall. They didn't want us there. So I'm like, all right, for every day. And I'm the only nigga with, I got the line on these shoes because, again, my Asian partner I built a relationship with, he loved how I'm hustling. See, the niggas got the street power to push product. We got all the sauce. The Asians just got the big bag. They got the sauce too, but it's easy for us to get the product and sell it. They just backing us, and that's what my man was doing. Yeah, he endorsed me with all these sneakers. I'm helping bro get these kicks off, It's good. Just give me my slice and everybody can eat. So I'm getting hundreds of sneakers, Yeezys after Yeezys. I'm getting big rigs. Them ain't real, them fake. So I gave niggas the best return policy ever in history. Mind you, the shoes is going for $450 from me. $450, $500, $400. If my shoes is fake and you can prove it to me, I buy them back for double. So you can come get a quick $1,000 double up, a quick $900 if you can prove that they fake. I done sold over 5,000 pair of Yeezys, bro. Not one return. Might have been a cool size swap, but never. I want my money back, bro. These things foo-foo. Not one time. And the way I seen everybody acting the ass, fuck these shoes. I'm about to dog these bitches out. Every morning, a new drop coming out, dogging these things. All this cereal up in it, not saying a word. I went viral without saying a word. But I didn't go viral from the Yeezys. I went viral off the Cause Jordan 4s. World Star had me up there. Every sneaker blog had me up there. BT had me on this shit. You know, Funkmaster Flex. And that's just how it happened. Me being a genuine sneaker player of the game, and I love this shit. I just hate how they dog the game out.
That's
That's just like niggas getting a dope game and start selling wax and soda, and just fucking the game up.
Yeah, I didn't know there was that story behind it. That backstory is dope to know.
Well, what nobody asked, you know,
well, that's why I am who I am, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, these bitch ass niggas came in the game and fucked it up, and I was here to help restore the motherfucker. Now it's fucked up to a place where it can't get back fixed, and that's where it need to be at. Cause ain't no more reselling. Now we can walk back inside these stores and get our size. Thank you. Have a nice day.
Right.
You know what I'm talking about?
Right. Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. From music to fashion to the dope game to the community activism, the youth mentorship. Like I said at the beginning of this podcast, hood legend, the one and only Paypa Boy right here at Dream Team SF, Lakeview, California, the sickest turf on planet Earth.
Love you for that.
Dregs One, Paypa Boy, we out of here, y'all. History of the Bay. Peace and love.
Recognize where you got the game. We got our own style, got our own slang. Northern California is a West Coast thing. This is the history of the Bay. Recognize where you got the game. We got our own style, got our own slang. Northern California is a West Coast thing. This is the history of the Bay.